Choke, no joke, chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke, chicky choke, no joke. We live, baby, we live. And then being that we live, we're gonna have to set it off like this. Learn
Choke,
from
no
mistakes.
joke.
Memorial Day weekend.
You already know.
My album's coming
Let's
out.
go out the gray
Let's
go.
go out the game. Let's go.
Now I'm out the game. Feel good, not pitching in the hood. And I really don't think I could. Go back to selling crack and stashing them packs in my ass. I maintain weekly money the same. And nah, I don't go through them games. Niggas testing my brain with them triple beams filled with change. Pot crack, grams in the drain. Getting hit with the fake exchange. Like baking soda flour after being on Broadway for hours. Getting knocked, being back at start. Niggas testing if I got heart. Pushing me to pop some shots, just stop the ball before the start. Old lady with the binocs, give description to cops. Why they try to tear us apart with that good cop, bad cop. I ain't going for the game, he ain't tell you a thing. The partners with him saying the same. You can tighten them cuffs till you see veins. Stop fucking yanking them chains. They might fuck you if you ain't sane. And nigga never sniff cocaine. And I don't care what game or part of the area you claim. Let's go. Praise Scarface, you must be insane. Nigga, Tony fucked the boy's name. His right hand man, he's slain to get his back blown out the game. On Kane, do it on the low, let nobody know. No pillow talk to hold. And if he step on your toes, don't bust a blame. Cause everybody will know. Or get out the game. They say that change is good. It's a lot of stress in the hood, and I know if you could, you would. Get out the game, but you stuck in that time. Where the nigga public like shine. For a witness to drop a dime. For self-defense, do or die. Celebs doing time. Mike Vick on the child line. Even Jason Williams, Gage, kick like Shinobi. Little Kim for perjury. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Let's go. When it's late night, make sure it's packed tight. And when you take those flights, never eye the Jake in sight. And shake them fuckers when they dead to right. Making the fifth go rumble. Because of stick up trouble. Blasting your gap for a cat, for in fact, for some crap that don't involve you. For some dudes that don't love you, all they wanna do is fun you until you go down. And don't do shit for you when you lock down, or even when you touch down. But they tell you to go to the pound. The same block that gave you a pound. Years in the pen, now you live it again. What my state are you in? When you back it for 10, and you was just waiting 14 to come home to relive it again.
Entrapment should be a sin. The way they rail a sin, parole us to a revolving door to bring a sin. The game is insane. The game will F with your brain. You know it's insane. That's why we out the game. Show no joke. You already know. Learn from mistakes. Memorial Day weekend. About a month out. About a month out. Shout out to my Patreon gang in the building. Neil, what up? Chanel, good looking. I appreciate it. Bigger BX, what up? All right. So, as y'all can see, the title, of course, the Bad Boy Brothers. Now, If y'all want to get y'all Choke No Joke apparel real quick, you know, I know a lot of y'all be heavy up for the Dolo hoodies. Thanks for everybody that support me with the Dolo. You know what I mean? You know, get yours on ChokeNoJokeProductions.com. You know what I'm saying? Choke No Joke Productions with an S. You know, if you want to get them. Matter of fact, let me send y'all a link real quick for those that want to get the Dolo hoodies or the Dolo apparel. Chris, what up? What up, Chris? Chris in the building, West Side Chicago in the building. What's good? We ain't talking about. We got Big Gene calling, man. Hold on. Big Gene, what up? Yeah, I'm on the live right now. I already know what it is. I'm gonna talk about it. It's all love. Don't worry about it. All right. Yeah. I already know. Come on, my nigga. Like, I'm the vet when it comes to the sucker shit. I know I see the sucker shit from a mile away. All right. I'll let you after the show. Yeah. Sorry about that. Instagram. Big Gene just called in. So before I get into what I'm about to say, shout out to Mark Curry. Shout out to BR Black Rob. Shout out to Big Gene Deal. You know what I mean? But y'all, like I said, y'all want the Dolo joints. Can I show y'all the new line? And all y'all out there that got kids, I don't need y'all to be fighting y'all parents now. Y'all kids that be watching, don't be fighting y'all parents. But I got the Dolo for kids, all right? Got the Dolo for kids, man. Got the Dolo for kids. Hold on, let me show y'all. Bow! The Dolo hoodies for the kids. And I have the t-shirts out coming next week. Similar, you know what I mean? So if you got the little shorties, shout out to Madison. This is her joint right here. Ordered, you know what I mean? So y'all want to and this is adult sizes too, come up to a 5X, all right? So if you want to get one for you and your little shorty, you know what I mean? That's all right. The Dolo hoodie for kids and adults, all right? Got the kid sizes too. You know what I mean? Got them flavors, you know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to all my ladies, you know, they got like the Gucci and the Louis bags of this color. If you want to style on them, you don't want to go spend the grip on Gucci and Louis, get that Dolo. You heard? You know, fish shoe hoodies, you know what I mean? Designed by your boy Choke No Joke, you know what I mean? Yeah. So y'all get that on my website, ChokeNoJokeProductions.com. Let me put the link in there for y'all. If you don't see these colors, all you gotta do is send me an email. Yo, Choke, I want the red light, green light joint. Or the gold bars one. Oh, and I know, shout out to my Bloods and Crips out there. You know what I mean? There's the Peace Treaty Dolo hoodie. You know, we got both. You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody that just loves red and blue. You know what I mean? Especially if you got them new Nikes that come out this month. You know what I mean? That Dolo, if you already know, though. All right? You know what I'm saying? Especially y'all ladies that got that red and blue Gucci. You know, I already know. Some of y'all got that blue Louis. You don't want to go and spend a couple of $100 Want something to rock with your Gucci sneakers or your Louis sneakers? Come get this Dolo. All right, choke no joke. And of course, I call this one the sun kiss. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, I got the joint on the hoodie, you know what I mean? On the sleeve, you know? It's Dolo. Roll Dolo from state to state. ChokeNoJokeProductions.com, y'all. All right? Get y'all Dolo gear. Yeah. So if you ain't know, now you know. ChokeNoJokeProductions.com is where you get your Dolo gear. All right. Now, even though this is tea, this ain't about no tea. All right, this is about real talk. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace and prayers for my man DMX. You know, I need y'all to pray for X soul. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's not in a physical form anymore, we don't know what his soul is going through. So let's pray for that brother's soul because we know how spiritual he is, and let's hope that, you know, he's on the right side and not the dark side. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to DMX. We miss you. We love you, man. Your music been playing. You've been sending thugs, making thugs cry. You know what I'm saying? It was a real beautiful scene seeing them follow his body out the hospital up in White Plains or Yonkers or where it was. Me personally, I think that there's some funny business behind his death. I don't believe that he died from getting a vaccine. I do believe that there was some foul play, but that's just how I feel in my heart and in my soul. I'm not accusing nobody of nothing, but I do feel like he didn't just naturally have a heart attack, you know. And you know, some people say, you know, that X had underlying health issues. He publicly said himself that he had heart, you know, problems or heart condition or whatever. So, but we know things, it takes things to trigger some of these things in some cases. And there's no way that people or someone or the media reported that there was an OD if no one whatsoever mentioned drugs during the call to 911. And we need the 911 call. Can anyone get the 911 call for DMX and see who was that called? Can anyone do that and post it on YouTube? Could y'all do that? Anybody? I don't know how to do that. If I know how to do it, I would do it. I'm gonna research it. But if y'all already know how to do it, y'all can beat me to it. Somebody get the DMX 911 call. Let's see who called and let's see what was said. And let's see if drugs was involved in the phone call. And that will dispel all these rumors. And if it was drugs mentioned in the phone call, then we need to pay closer attention to this case. Now, I'm going to say this. Because y'all know me for speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, I'm not making any accusations. I'm not pointing any fingers. But I've had and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, I had no less than 50 DMs. And that's a low number because I know it's more than that because I haven't checked everyone and my page is private. And they messing with my real Choke No Joke page. So I suggest that y'all follow me at Choke No Joke Apparel moving forward because that's where I will be doing all my lives and everything until they start messing with that page. But clearly, Instagram is now a part of the blackball agenda and they are censoring us. I have not been able to go live for 3 weeks. And if you're lying, if you think I'm lying and you follow me, you know what I'm saying? Said Fred, what up? If you think that I'm bullshitting. Every day I try to go live on my Instagram. I'll post it to show y'all that they won't let me go live. You know what I'm saying? In my stories. So it's cool. But like I said, just follow me at Choke No Joke Apparel. And that's where it's at now. You know what I mean? Getting back to the DMX situation. The DMs that I've been getting, and they listen to what I'm saying. And I need y'all to respect this man's family, the Simmons family, respect his kids and everything, and don't attack anybody for what I'm saying. I'm just saying, said Fred, what up? Wait, let me try to I've been trying to give this dude a wrench for a minute. Let me see how can I do it? I'll do it on the feet. I'll do it. Yo, said Fred, I'm gonna give you a wrench on the after the show. But what you call it? The DMs that I've been getting a lot, and I'm not gonna say no industry people's names. I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus. I'm not trying to expose nobody at all. But it's truth be told all day, every day. A lot of people been hitting me up because one, if you as spiritual as I am, some of us have a talent, a gift, is one with the creator, and have, just little special things about us. You know what I'm saying? And when I was younger, I didn't know what. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. What's the word? Okay. All right. I'm gonna send you a link right now. Yeah. Unless you don't want to. Yeah, that's cool. I don't care. As long as you don't care. All right, cool. I'm gonna send it to you right now. All right, peace. Yeah. Instagram, sorry about that. That was Mark Curry. He just called in. I'm about to send him the link so he could come and join us. But yeah, so what I wanted to say, let me just send Mark Curry this link real quick. I don't want to keep the brother waiting. One second, Instagram. Put you on hold for 1 second. Yeah, Instagram. I'm live on YouTube. Y'all might and Patreon. Y'all might want to come over here. I'm about to go live with Mark Curry right now. Dad Boy Brothers MBR, you know. So yeah, getting back to DMX, right? So a lot of people feel like it was some foul play with X. Me, I definitely feel that way. Reason being, it's just ironic that he almost died on Good Friday. As spiritual as he is, as religious as he is, it was just too much of a coincidence for me that he almost died on Good Friday. And then 3 days later, as Jesus resurrected, they put out them rumors that he was dead. Those rumors, to me, defeated DMX in the battle fighting to come back in this realm because the energy was already put out there that he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I feel like that's part of the reason. But you know, Mark Curry's in the building, so I'm gonna get back to everything that everybody's hitting me and saying about DMX and what they feel about what happened because it was a strange event that took place the night that he died. And let me just bring Mark on. I'll continue to talk about it, so I won't. I just don't want him to be waiting. Hold on, Mark. What up? What up?
What's going on? What's going on, Choke? What's going
Hey,
on, everybody?
man. How you, brother?
Oh man, can't complain, man. This is another hard day of work, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I see you out here working. That's what we gotta do, man. Work.
yeah. Other avenues, you know. I rehab homes and things like that. So I'm currently working on one of them projects.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And you gotta see what you got to show. What you showing people right now is, yo, after the music, you know, we still gotta work. We still gotta survive. Everybody don't live off the music for the rest of their life.
Like every star has its time to shine. And the planetary nebulae is the end of every star has a point where it goes out. So
Yeah,
you know that happens a lot in life, you know, especially like when we had it good when we was 20, we had it good when we was 30, but like when we get more into the 50s and things like that, you know, that's when the other part of life kicks in, the part that you got to be prepared for, how you saved up and things like that, you know, to buy medicine, to make sure that you able to, you know, the things that we see today in a lot of, not just, you know, the people around us, but a lot of people generally in the world,
right,
you know,
right,
grandfathers, you know, fathers and mothers. Shoot, dying lonely is another thing. You know, a lot of people die lonely. It's just something. It's a terrible life, man. You know, it's just, but we get through it. We strong. Yeah.
right. How you doing right now, physically and mentally?
Ah, man. You know, physically and mentally. Physically, I'm in shape. I'm in shape to run 40 miles. Mentally, I'm prepared. I'm sane. I'm sound. You know, I don't let things get to me. I stay grounded. You know, I think, I try to think rational. You know, I'm an idealist, you know, fair. So with that being said, you know, my heart is just something that it just gives me joy every minute because I don't focus on nothing to bring me down. I don't focus on nothing like that. I always try to just stay up and use my energy to create. You
Right,
know, no matter what I've been through, I'm using my energy to create. You know, because you can use that energy the same energy a person used to hate, you can use it to create. You know, and I'm a creator, so
right.
I'm there.
Me myself too. That's all I do all day, every day. Sit
Hmm.
down, create, and just keep kicking them out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
yeah, let me ask you something. Where you from originally?
I'm from Teaneck, New Jersey. I was born in New York, but I was raised in Teaneck, right over there by Inglewood, Hackensack, and all of that, you know. Then I moved to Mississippi from Teaneck, and then I moved to Atlanta from Mississippi, and been back and all around the globe from there.
Wait, what took you from Teaneck to Mississippi? Because that's like going the other direction.
Right, my mother and father split, and my mother's family is from Mississippi. It's a place called Macomb, Mississippi. So like, my mother and Brandy and Ray J's mother are sisters. And so that's where her roots are from. So when her and my father split, she went back to her hometown, and that's where, I went there for a couple of years until my father came and took us to Atlanta. Been there ever since.
And where you was at? You hit Atlanta.
That was like 85, 86. I was here for high school and all of that. Like, I went to Lakeshore High School, since when you hear Jermaine Dupri talk about, since the Lakeshore MD rivalry, I went to that school,
Right.
And, been in Atlanta since, That's how that story goes.
So now when you in Atlanta, 85, what's the hip hop scene like?
Hip hop scene is crazy because you have different portals. Like you have your down south. You have sometimes the New Yorkers can throw a party and it might be on somewhere like Old National or something, and or they might have a hotel party. You got that. You got West Coast. They have their own West Coast reunions at parks and all of that. So everybody from the West Coast come there. You got East Coast. You got Bronx Day. All of that happens right here in Atlanta. So hip hop is like.
Wait, you saying 85 they was doing Bronze Day?
No, I don't think it. Oh, you said what was 85 like?
Like, yeah, like did hip hop then pop off in Atlanta yet? 85.
Nah, 85 was more like, since I was in school with like Dallas Austin. So like that's when Boys the Men and TLC and the Face Records and all of that was doing it. That's the 85, 86, 7, 8, 9 type stuff. And hip hop didn't really. You had, I think, like Too Short. You had like Outkast. They was just now coming out, I believe, around that time. Not 85.
Nah, Outkast was like 94.
What you had like? Let me see. In 85, you
had nobody.
Like you had Silk Time Leather. Them kind of little weird groups that Dallas and them work with. You had like Rowdy. You had Shades of Lingo, which you had Eric Sermon. Wasn't Eric out around then?
No, Eric didn't come out to like 88.
Oh, Raheem the Dream. You had Raheem the Dream. I don't know if I'm early enough for that. Then you had CeeLo. What was it? There's a white girl in town. I think I call her Cocaine. I forget what his name is, but he was a rapper back then. MC Shy D. I don't know if.
Shadi from Brooklyn.
Yeah, he was from New York. You had him out here. He was doing it. You had 2 Live Crew. I think they was out running around this time. You had like the West Coast. Huh?
Atlanta didn't have no strong hip hop in 85. Period.
Nah. It was just different kind of rap groups.
They was getting music from New York and the bass from Miami.
Yeah, that's that. All of that. To me, all of that good hip hop derived from New York. Everybody wanted to be like they was from New York back in them times. Everybody wanted to dress like somebody from New York. New York had a big influence on the world back then.
Yeah, because that's it's the Mecca with hip hop. Yeah. So all right. So what year was it that you got into the entertainment industry?
I got in the entertainment industry around 1990. Let me see. I was 89. About 1993, maybe. 93. No, I didn't. I don't think I signed the Bad Boy till I was 26. When I first started doing that deal with them, I was 26. But I was doing like 23. I started doing that.
And what was your introduction?
My introduction, truthfully, was, you know, I was out in the West Coast, and you know, I was with a band of brothers. You know, we was, you know, they're from Mansfield, and they knew Puff. You know, a couple of them knew Puff. Heavy D was out. You know, all the, it's like the part of Los Angeles that's like Hollywood. You know, it's the Hollywood gangster part of of Los Angeles. You know, where they're pretty. You know, not pretty, but you know, the clean cut thugs is what you'll call somebody like that. I mean, not the gangster with the ponytails and all of that kind of stuff. Just the
Right.
clean cut thug. So I was out there working with my man D1, and then another guy named D Mac who was close to Puff, and then they put me with Heavy, and Heavy must have said something to Puff, and Puff called me and was like, "Yo, I want to sign you to my label." I was at home in the bed sleep when he called, and I was like, you know, if that's what you want to do, let's see how that flight thing worked,
Right.
and it worked. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's how that.
So when you had Bad Boy, who's there now? Is Big Dad Mace gone? Like when you get there, who's there?
Yo, when I got there, with everything that was going on out there in Los Angeles, you know, like when the parties and all that. See, when Puff would come to to LA, he hang out with us. So we going to all the parties and all that. So Big was there. I think that the night of well, all of the unfortunate night eve of, you know, what happened to him, I was there, you know, but I wasn't in the club thing. I was into going to the studio since Puff is going to be here this weekend, and we trying to, you know, do this music thing. I'd rather go to the studio and make music than hang out. And you know, that's how I always was. I stay in the studio, but yeah, I remember he came there. All of the Junior Mafia. I knew Mace's brother. I think I might have right when Total added all up and they was out on the way out, that's when I got there. Because I
Right.
ain't never really get a chance to rock with Total, but Faith Evans and all of them, you know, I had the Faith era. Um,
Time?
yeah, long. It's been a minute, you know, so those some good years.
Right. Right.
Yep.
So now what like I really don't want to talk about Puff. Like I don't want to bash Puff. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because I know niggas thinking that me and you coming on and we talk about Rob and everything. We going like shit on Puff. This ain't
Nah,
that. This ain't
nah,
that. I'm not like, yo, shout out to Puff if you
yeah,
watch.
shout out to Puff.
Yeah,
You know,
nobody.
I'll be honest with you, Choke, and you know, this is how, you know, I'm a fair man, I'm honest. So like if he didn't reach out or try to do anything, I might not say nothing because it really don't matter. He don't have to do anything he don't want to do, but he's reaching out and he's trying to do, you know, a lot of things to help out too. So, you know, I think just the more help, the merrier, because sometimes our help can reach Rob and help him faster than the
Right.
Puff plan, because his plan is a little bit bigger than what we can do for him, you
Right.
know. So right now we can, you know, this is my brother. It's not like he was, you know, a call for help or nothing like that, but we all kind of already knew, you know, everything that each and every one of us is going through. We kind of like know it, but
Right.
that was something that I knew Rob was going through that I would never put on camera or nothing. But not saying that, you know, it was done for whatever was done, and it has a good it has a good something good is coming out of it.
Right.
So it's just really nobody was there wanted to really push that button and be like, yo. But sometimes when you think in like whenever me and you we crew, whenever you out in the street, we are a reflection of each other. So when I look good, you look good. If I don't look good, you don't look good.
Right.
So, you know, it's just one of them things where people start noticing like, damn, he don't look good, but then whoop, whoop, whoop. But, you know, that's just every man has a decision to make choices in his life, and some things we decide are not the best things for us, but we move on, you know. Like
Right.
I understanding like Black Rob to me was never somebody who just like a cat burglar. Because you'd be like, damn, it's crazy that Black Rob is Black Rob, and he in trouble for stealing a lady purse in the hotel. And you don't look and say, damn, it's not that he's stealing a lady purse in the hotel. He don't have no money. Why don't he have no money? Then that goes through things like through taxes, through child support, and all of that. Like, I learned so much from being around him about relationships, about money and things like that. Because one thing he did show me and taught me was, if you got to be careful, especially when you get money and you got a child or something like that. I believe he had a child that really was getting all his royalties for a long time. Like Rob ain't see a lot of his royalties because of like his child support, things like that. So, and now his children are over 18 and he's still paying child support and they working. So it's just stuff that, now he got to go to court and try to get everything reconsidered. It's things that, as at this age in our life, we all go through that sometimes. He's not the only one that's going through it, but he's one that we care about, and we don't want to see him go through all of these things at one time. I
Right.
want to see him just sit down and drink water and get strong so we can do something powerful again. And he's doing that. That's the road that he's on. It's not like he was living in the bushes and all of that. It's just for him going through dialysis and having to worry about small things like food and how he gonna get there, missing his dialysis because he didn't have a ride to get there or whatever it may be. As the world, as fans, we come together to say, hey, you know what? We can listen to your music. We can also help you out. You did a lot for us. You sat on the stage and performed for us. Now for once, you sit in the audience and let us perform for you.
Right.
So he deserves that. Every man deserves that. So
Right.
it's just overwhelming to see how many fans and how many people reached out to him and things like that. And then also when it was a young guy named Mike Zombie. He started a GoFundMe thing for Rob, and we wasn't going to do anything like that. We going to tough it out. Before we do something like that, we'd be like, let's just try to give Puff one more call. Let's just call him and let him know. And it would be something like that. But the dude Mike Zombie started a fund me thing.
Right.
So everybody was like, "Yo, they think it's a scam. It's a scam." So then he and the whole time he's DM me. I mean, he's in my DM. He like, "Look, I started this GoFundMe thing, and this what I could come up with to help, and I just want to help him because he's a legend." I was like, bam. I said, well, the only person that he would trust was me. He said he got people. I'm like, even though whatever, he was like, I trust you because your name is Mark Curry and you did music with him. And I know you know how to get in touch with him. I want you to give him this. And I was like, okay. So it was he's 28 years old and happened to be a producer that started from the bottom for Drake and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just sitting back watching and was proactive and took the first step and said, here's what I want to do for you, man. And to see that between the generation gaps and the differences of music, and for someone to say, hey, I do music and I still appreciate what you guys have done for music, and do that for Rob and start that. And once he did it, I was like, you know what, I didn't know how we was gonna look at it, or I don't know. It wasn't something that we do to make it seem like Puff ain't taking care of nobody or nothing like that. It's just something we did, man, to make sure that this brother's okay. We love him. I my love is huge for the world in general, but we do it because we love him.
Right. 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 And that's the reason why we here. You know what I'm saying? Because we want everybody that's out there that got love for Black Rob to give him some type of support. And let me say something, like, it ain't about just money, y'all. If you work in the medical field, you know what I'm saying, or if you work in health insurance, and things like that. And you know what can you can assist in getting Rob help in dialysis, car rides, you know, things like that, health insurance, everything. And you're a professional in this case. You know what needs to be done, or you went through this experience. Because there's a lot of people that I know that got kidney transplants, you know, that been waiting online, you know, to get a kidney transplant. That, you know, sit back like, yo, Choke, you know, they got to do this, do that, and third. So all y'all people reach out to Mark Curry. You know what I'm saying? You know, reach out to myself and we'll get that information to Rob and make sure that, you know, he gonna be all right. You know, because that's what this is all really about, is trying to get him the help. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, that's what it's.
Right. And yeah, you know, once again, I want to give a shout out to Puff, because like a lot of people was like jumping on him and shit. And I just want to say that, you know, whether it be the Puffs or the Jays or the Dr. Dre's of the world, where everybody look at them like, yo, them niggas came from the hood and they got $1 billion, and you know, all these artists and people like us help build them up. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. People sign contracts, and it's good business, it's bad business. Then you got, you know, you don't see like the people would tell Mark Curry and Black Rob, yo, to reach out to Puff, but Clive Davis probably made more money than Puff did, or for
Right.
yeah, and everybody will run to Puff, but nobody won't go to Clive. You get
Leave
what I'm
them all.
so
BMG. Yeah.
exactly, and these
Zodiac. Yeah.
And these be the companies that you know, when niggas want to have parties, they send in all the liquor, they send in all anything they want. But when we get here to this point, you know, it fall back on Puff, the Jays, the Dr. Dre's, but never the Jimmy Iovine's,
Yo,
the
yeah.
Davises.
Yeah, and my man Kyle been holding Rob down too. I want to give Kyle a shout out too, because Kyle really been, you know, helping and helping aid us to get him to where we need to. So yeah, and Choke, no, you know, just real, you know, I don't, you know, I'm sure me and Puff, you know, one day we're not to that point to where we speak, but he reached out to one of my best friend. So as long as he know how to reach out and FaceTime my best friend to ask him about what's going on, that means he's doing the right thing. He don't have to reach out to me. He reaching out to somebody who's standing right next to me. You know, so you know, and he did that. They put the plan together on where he's just trying to wait to see and get all his paperwork and all of that, all his medical things, and then be like, all right, bam, this is what Puffy May can do. And whatever he can do, we're gonna be grateful. And nobody says just because he's Puffy, he has this much money, he's supposed to go give somebody this, that. You know, that I don't think that that's necessarily the case. But I think it's just, you know, what he's gonna do is definitely going, whatever it is that he do, whatever he's gonna do, and what he does is gonna be a blessing, and it's gonna be, you know, Rob is gonna be very thankful. Jay-Z reached out, I believe. You know, he's thankful. You know, but sometimes, you know, just imagine where he might feel like, I don't want the world to feel like I'm failing. You know, it's true. This right here has it's a double-edged sword, because on one side, he could be happy that everybody's here to support him, but on the other side, he could be not be happy because the way that we looking at him, or people are looking at him in the world, is like he's not doing good, and that's not the case. You
Right.
know, that's the case. I definitely want to make sure that that's known. He got love. Rob has so much love. He can just walk and knock on anybody's door that's a friend of mine in Atlanta, and he'd be like, "Yo, I'm over here for a week, and he gonna be all right." You know, he stayed with me together. Me and Rob stayed together, Choke, and you know, we was evicted. We was evicted from my house, and Rob was in dialysis. You know, and I got evicted because this was a little bit before the pandemic. We didn't, you know, get call nobody and cry and all of this. We, you know, to come home and see all his stuff and my stuff all out the yard. It was something that, you know, it hurt, but you know what I was doing? I was working. So I was like, this is temporary. I'm working. I can go work and I can change all of this. You know, certain things in life people can't change, like when you're sick or death or something like that. You know, people is experiencing that. So as long as I'm able, no matter what we go through, we're gonna have the strength to get through it. And that's the energy I want my brother to have. I want the world to just send him the energy to say, hey man, be strong. You know, we want to see you more and than anything that want to take you away from us. You
Right.
know, and that's the feeling he's getting. You know, I took him some of the first money the people donated. I took him as much as they, you know, with the how you have to download it. And the reason why I'm over that is because, you know, with my guy Rob, you know, with child support, he don't have, you know, it's like bank account stuff and
Yeah,
IDs.
they're gonna take it. They're gonna take
They're
it.
gonna
They're
take
gonna take it. Let me tell you something, brother.
it. Yeah. So a lot of
I,
people.
I had that child support case.
Yeah.
I had two at the same time when I was at Rockefeller and BET. And
Hmm.
my kids' mothers thought I wasn't even y'all niggas. I wasn't even the nigga on the stage. I was
Right.
just working with Rockefeller and at BT, and they felt I was with. Man, I would get checks, man,
Hmm.
like 1,500 a week, and by the time I got the check, it's $200. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I know what a person like Raw will go through because nigga, I'm working 40, 50 hours a week to get $200. I got to save 5 checks to pay my rent. By the time I pay my rent, my phone is cut off or my lights is cut off. And I'm going to the court like, yo, I can't live like this. They're like, get another job. Get in. You're going to take more money. Like, I get another job. So I know what that shit is like.
Yeah.
When, I, when I'm with, like, you know, my ex-girl, she was from Chicago. She was like, yo, your success don't match your lifestyle. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
like, yeah, well, if 85%, 80% of my check is getting taken, how could it?
How could it?
You know what I'm saying? So I know what that core system isn't fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me give you a cold comparison. That's something that you can kind of like guide by it a little something. You know, when I marry a woman, I'm rich, right? I marry a woman. I take her to certain places to buy her outfits. I take her to certain places to eat. I get her nails fixed every 2 days. Get her toes done every hour. You know what I'm saying? She eating some of the finest foods. That's my lady. So then all of a sudden, you know, we married or whatever. We got a little something. So I leave her because I'm like, yo, you know what? I don't want this no more. And then I sit back and say, damn, well, now that he did, you know, that I left, you know, the court be like, you're gonna have to pay alimony. You're gonna have to keep paying X amount of dollars to her every month. And you be like, why am I gonna be giving her money every month? He said, because what you've done for her and what you showed her in life, after you've done it, she'll be socially not able to, she won't be socially on anyone else's level no more behind what you done. You affected her. You will affect her. She will spend the rest of her life trying to replace you and live on that same thing sometimes. So they be like, well, since you did that, you got to pay for it. And to me, I never understood it until I was like, yo, you know what? I feel that now. Because once you've seen that life and you know what it's like, it is hell once you fall from it and trying to get back to it, you know. And that's something similar to like with Rob. You know, it's like, you know, it's you get the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I totally get it. I totally get it. I understand that shit. Damn, they're trying to home back to tears because it's taking me back to when I used to cry. Like, and then I was going through that and they wouldn't even let me, my daughter mothers wouldn't even let me see my daughters. Like, y'all
Mhm.
take all my money. As soon as child support was over, they gone. Nobody know me no more.
Right. And he when he got his first child support, Rob, I think they said Rob was making $2 million a year. And every year after that, they acting like he make, because you know when you don't pay your taxes, they'll file them for you. And when they file them for you, they don't give you no tax cuts, no breaks. So that's why it's always good to file your taxes, because you can also, you know, take away your losses and things like that. So you'd be like, if you don't file them, they're gonna say you owe them the most money in the world. And I don't know if he was doing it like that, or if he didn't do his taxes right, but I think he fell behind on, well with that is making them think that he making X amount of dollars a year. And then child support, he had one baby mama, you know, he had a couple of baby mamas, but you know, one of the baby mothers felt like she deserved more than all the rest of the baby mothers and the children, whatever, how that trickles down. And
Mm-hmm.
she was getting, I think, like she was getting all Rob check. And then the other baby mama was like maybe getting a little bit of this, and then he was like, "Damn, how does one lady get all of that child support, and the rest of them is just they like, you know, something you can handle. They ain't $1 million. They like maybe 40, 30,000, you know, child support, back tax on, you know, back child support.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like back child support $2 million or something like that. For
That's
real.
crazy.
So all of his checks is going. So just imagine he a star, but he's backed up in child support and bills and things. So he's probably making money, but he ain't been seeing it. And that it's gonna add up after it adds up. As a lot of times when, you know, with Rob, I wanted to take him to New York and go back to court and let's go in front of the judge again and get them to reconsider this, you know. And you know, with his sickness, you know, he's like, Curry, I want to do it. He wants to do all of this stuff, bro. He
Right.
wants to do it all, man.
Right.
Now, I feel so bad for him sometimes, especially when all his kids is over, I believe over 18. They emancipated. Why? To this day, is he still paying child support?
He got to go to court and file a termination, because I did that. I went and filed a termination. My daughters was over 21, because in New York it's 21, not 18.
Yeah,
and,
New York.
Yeah, and when I went and filed the termination, they said, "All right, yeah, well, the last 6 months you worked at BET, you ain't give us a lot of money. This was like 2012, so we're gonna terminate it after we give you this 6 months in jail or $5,000."
The trickery.
I said, "Hold on, I'm here for a termination. They over 21, like."
Right.
And they said, "Yeah, well, we'll deal with that after this." Bam, put the cuffs on me right there and send me right to jail right there. They ain't even let me go get the $5,000. Right. They send me right to jail. So they don't play fair, my nigga. Yeah. Like, I'm in jail, and then I'm like, first I'm like, yo, I'm doing it 6 months because I'm not giving them shit. They 21 now. After the third week, fourth week, I'm like, nigga, I can make 5 G's in a month. Let me get the hell out of here. And got out. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I go straight to my daughter's graduation, and when I see her, she acting like I put a gun in her face. Like, I don't know what her mother told me. Like, I get out of jail for child support. I come to your graduation, and you don't fuck with me?
This is what I get?
Yeah, and y'all taking my money for the graduation?
And I probably paid for all of this and the outfit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get it, my nigga. I totally get it. I totally get it. But you know, we're gonna keep robbing prayers. Like, I'm gonna take that link and I'm gonna put it in this box for the
everybody just definitely know, Choke. You know, so everybody know this me. This is Mark Curry. This is his bro. Whatever people send to Rob gets right to Rob. Not only gets to Rob, but I rationalize. I pay for, if we got to pay for your transportation, if we got to pay for your nurse or whatever it is. I just want you to relax. So he gets all the proceeds is there. He's very thankful, man. Like I know he's happy to be able, but then I know Rob, and I know he don't want to feel like, you know, the love is there, but I don't want to walk down the street and people looking at me now like, ain't that the dude that's broke or something like that? And that's definitely not the case. You know, he's getting on the tour. They working on. He was a tour with Mr. Cheeks and Freeway and all of them that they putting together for him. So he has a lot of things in store. But let's focus and try to get him right so we can see him on that stage again. You know, and that's what it is. That's what it's about. Yeah. So
we definitely going. He got all my support. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a damn. What's the GoFundMe? Let me see real quick.
And then people can follow me on Instagram at Mark at MARK K again CURRY, and then the link is in my bio. so you can link it from
Okay.
there too for all the people who might even know me from on there.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Hey, say that again. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Your Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram is MARK K one more time CURRY Mark K Curry. My middle name is Keith. Hey man, you know we ain't never used the middle name. Like, what the hell is for?
I use mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For bill purposes, I might try it.
Right. So yo, let me ask you. All right. So when you finally left the entertainment industry, what year was that, and what did you do?
I left in 2009. I called it quits. That's when I wrote that book, and I was like, you know what? I knew when I wrote that book that was going to be the last time that I would probably ever perform again on stage like that. It's not
Right.
like, I still go out with Rob and do shows, but I think that would be the last time, and I knew that the last time that me, Puffin, and Rob would probably perform that song again. I'll probably never do that again on stage, all three of us collectively, hopefully, but I knew that was going to happen. I left in 2009 because I had to, because I was almost to the point where Rob is, and it was worse for me because I didn't have a song like Whoa to generate me that good money. So I was still, I'm still Mark Curry, and I'm still the nigga on the store, the Mark Curry, the other nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, how
Right.
come I just can't be the nigga that's comfortable and eat and go do what everybody else is doing? So sometimes, man, you ever look and you be like, damn, go to the mall, you be like, all of these people in this mall is shopping, eating, and they spending money and they happy. What the hell where did I go wrong? Like, why? I want to be spending a little bit of my check too. Like, hey, let me just take a couple of dollars and get me a pair of sneakers. You be sitting there like, damn, my life is not like this. If I want a pair of sneakers, I gotta go do something crazy. I'll be like, by the time I get the
You know
sneakers,
the irony in that? The irony in that is you was once a big star amongst selling millions of records, this, that, and the other. And you go from that, and then what you saying right now, the people that's going in the mall is buying sneakers and stuff. These people work at Walmart.
yeah,
People work at Burger King.
for sure,
You know what I'm saying? So
for
like,
sure.
I told you the story about my man Kev. We both grew up together. This nigga never sold drugs. This nigga never was in the streets and shit. And it's like you come back, or 50 years later, we come back. My man, he a correction officer now. Used to work for welfare, but this nigga never went to jail. Now, and then you meet right back up with these people, and they lives wasn't. They didn't have as much hardship as you took when you took the streets, the entertainment industry, the setup.
Yeah.
Niggas that just worked a regular job, got more than you, and you done seen the whole world.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Cause or you say like, you know what, you might be a star. You might, I might be the Floyd Mayweather got the $18 million watch on, but then to a fan, you be like, yo, the $18 million came from us supporting you. So you really don't, I can understand you like to watch, but I know that you wasn't like had that watch to where you could be like, I'm used to this kind of stuff. That's just something you got now to make you feel different. You want to be more different than you want to be more different than the Fly Floyd you already are. Like, you got so much money, you don't even have to wear name brand clothes. You don't have to wear nothing. But when it's like, how can, even when you put on something designer, you're degrading your own your own thing you got going on. You understand? Like the outfit is too cheap for who you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but when you think of it and you say, okay, Floyd may be rich, but he's never gonna be richer than the fans. The fans is always gonna have the money. The fans are the ones that come out and pack the arena and make sell out the arena for us, and we come and perform for them. The fans are the one. The hard working money from the people who work at Pep Boys, at the Krogers, those are the people who buy tickets, the ticket buyers. those that power is more powerful, than the support is more powerful than the actual goddamn entertainer. Damn near is what I'm saying. Like the support is powerful, you
Right.
know. But we
Right.
don't get that. Sometimes we get that, and then we turn and be like, I'm this my image now, sister. You be like, yeah, the world make you. The world made you. The world also. It's a time when the world start reversing on you, and they start saying, we loved you at once, but then now we don't like you no more.
Yeah, because like in some cases they get to see like some of these niggas be a piece of shit, and they thought they was the end all be all.
Right? You got some people, that feel like, I don't like you because I think I'm better than you. I don't like you because I want to be you. It's just so many reasons why people just don't like you. She be like, man, you know what? The older I get, I be like, I ain't got time to worry about who don't like me. Because while I'm worried about who don't like me, I ain't spending enough time worried about who love me. You know what I'm saying? Focus more on the love.
Facts. And
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with it, man. I can't do the fakeness at this point in my age, man. Either you rock with me or you don't. You can't.
Right.
You acting like you do and you don't. I'm
Right.
not accepting that no more.
Right. We definitely, like a thought I had today was, certain things I can do to take chances and risk, penitentiary chances and things like that. When I do that, I want to do that probably around 20, 21, 23. So I could go do 7 years, 10 years, come home at 30 something and still have some life. But when you 50, life changes. You can't risk doing those things no more. You'd be like, yo, if they put me down for 5 years, that's too long.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I
might not
mean?
walk out that bitch.
Huh?
5 years at 50, you might not walk out that bitch.
Might not walk out. So you'd be like, it just makes you have to be wise. You have to become wise, and you'd be like, I gotta make a 55 or 50-man-year-old decision, and I can't think like I'm 20, and I can't surround myself with people who think like they 20 and I'm 50, because we don't share the same responsibilities. I got to get up and take kids to school in the morning, and I'm hanging out with somebody who want to go to the club and pop some bottles tonight. I'd be like, dude, what you trying to do and what I got to do, they don't work. So not only do I get rid of the that life there, sometimes I got to get rid of the friend. I'll be like, we can meet in my garage and chat and all of that. But as far as, because I have to live like I'm 50, you know, and when you get to that, especially at this, I'm talking about this. It's not hard because you can do it. But just imagine Black Rob or something. He walking down the street, and the kids be like, "Hey, look at that dude, Black Rob." And you be like, damn, the only thing I've done it before, I'd be like, I don't want nobody to notice me. I don't want nobody to know I did music. I don't talk to people about it or nothing, because it's not something that I always be proud of. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, give me a chance to go and work at Walmart and work at Kroger's without noticing me. And that's one thing I'm happy about having, because I always had the opportunity to be able to go and work in different places, and people notice me, but not too many people notice me. So
Right.
I got a chance to be me, to not gonna tell somebody, hey, let me borrow $5. This instead of, yo, let me borrow $5. They be like, why you asking for $5? Why don't you call Puff? I'd be like, cause I ain't asked Puff for $5. I asked you for $5. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Well, I'm gonna call him every time I need $5 for it. You know what I'm saying? So they
Right.
don't think you need $5.
Right. Right.
And that hurts. That hurts. So it's a good thing. We're gonna keep my brother strong and keep him. We're gonna get him back up, and at the same time, I just want him to be able to look at the world and know, and not feel like, the world ain't looking down on Rob. The world is looking up to him.
Right.
We
And
looking up to
you
him.
don't want to see nothing bad happen to him. You
Nah,
know,
we don't want nothing bad to happen to him.
nah, man. We
Unfortunately,
here for him.
yeah, unfortunately, we lost DMX. But we lose, and it's a shame how many stars, when a star leaves us, what it takes from us, what it takes when DMX left this, imparted this world, it made me remember his music, and I wanted to hear his music. And I was like, whoa, this dude was fly. He was creative. His voice was nice. You know, I ain't heard nobody like that or seen nobody walking like his walk, you know, and when you see it, it's just like, damn, it takes something from you. It takes a part from you. Like when we lost Michael Jackson, that took a part from us, from our childhood. Like, damn, man, we can't rock with Mike no more.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So no, man.
The music is the soundtrack to our lives. And it's like losing a goddamn CD in your collection when we
Yeah,
lose an artist. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, but we come together and we do the right things. I want to do this not only for Rob or even myself, because I'm not never saying I won't never need it, but for anybody that has a good cause, I think I'm down for it. You know, especially if you have a good story to go with your situation and it's
Right.
believable and I feel it in my heart. I'll do anything I can for you. So this ain't just something. This is something that I think we should kind of keep going for people. You know, knowing where our people are, knowing where Total's at, knowing where Keisha, you know, Pam, knowing where Michelle is at. You know, how is she doing? Like, you know what? Let's, you know, make sure our people is okay.
That's why that's I was saying that earlier on my Instagram that like when all of us, and I'm not saying nobody's names, you know what I'm saying? When we all was on the phone, you know, it's about four of us on the phone, we talking, that's a union. And I think that, you know, when we could do that and have Ice Cube on the phone and, you know, have you know, Nelly in the Midwest or whoever it may be, when we all come together and get on the phone like that and put our resources together, we can build a hip hop union. Just like we helping Rob and nobody, you know, all the people, the fans coming together, and now he, you know, he in a better position than he was prior to that video. We need to do that for collectively as a culture for people like him, that these contracts screw up things and so much money get taken away from us that financially later on in life, you know, gave people the best moments in their life, and now you out here and you can't even get help from nobody, especially the people that you help in these companies that you help build. So, you know, I think that we should definitely, you know, get on the phone and drag the next person in
Yeah,
and the next
yeah,
person in, and
yeah.
until we can, you know, be on the Zoom with 100 people and figure out how we could put this on paper and make it where we get government grants and save hip hop lives, man.
That's a good one right there. Totally with that. You know, and it took the guy his name is Cal. I forget what Cal, I can't think of the last name, but his name is Cal, right? And he's the one who recorded Rob when Rob was talking in the video, and Rob was talking. So Rob was saying what Rob wanted to say.
Right.
So ain't nobody make Rob say what he's saying. This is just what he feels in his heart and what's going on. So when he said that, you know, and Cal kind of put that video into the world, you know, at first I was like, damn, why? But then I thought about it, I was like, wow, Rob, this is going to definitely get him the help, whatever the help he want. He going to definitely have it, you know, because and that's what happened. So it kind of took that unfortunate thing or whatever it may be or looked at to anyone else, but it took for someone to bring that situation to life, you know, and I'm thankful for that too, you know, even though, you know, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's good that he did that because let me tell you something. Ego and pride will kill a man.
Sure will.
Man, so you can't be having no ego and no pride when you're in that situation. And I'm glad he did do that video because if something bad would have turned out, then niggas would be like, yo, man, why he reach out, man? Yo, that was
Yeah.
my man. So that was the right thing to do.
Right. We be playing Whoa on the radio station and all of this and I love you baby and all of this, you
Right,
know.
right.
So now we get a chance to listen to it and know that we doing something to make sure we stay looking up to him. You know,
Facts.
we looking up. We looking up.
All right, brother. Well, look, man, I know you just came from work. I see you in your work clothes and shit. I know
Man,
you
I'm
want
still
to
at the house I'm working at. I'm doing a
still at
count
work.
in the back. I'm still at the work at the site. I just had to come outside to talk to you. You know, still look at my
Okay.
hands got
Yeah.
grout on it.
Man, get that
So,
money, man. I ain't mad at
yeah,
you.
definitely, man. This is what I do to make sure. And you want to know what, yo? I'm be honest with you.
Yeah.
Not until probably about a year ago, I finally got on my feet, and I was able to be good at something else besides music, which was carpentry and construction and things like that. Maybe, and I finally got back to where I can go to the mall. I could go to the mall now. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
I could pay my car note on time and everything. So
Right,
that as a person feels so fucking good, bro.
right, right, right. So with that being said, so you would definitely agree that people should get their education if they want to pursue entertainment, just in case it don't work, they can fall back on it.
Definitely say that. And more than saying that, people need to learn how to start making money with their minds and their hands. Making money with things that you're able to do. Like, because after the world turns the way that the world is turning, and you know, you got a computer cashier at the McDonald's, you got to, it ain't gonna be, you're gonna have to learn how to sell chairs or make furniture, paint houses, you know, other things that you can do to make money. Because I think that that simple part of life is kind of like about to be over,
Yeah,
you
you're
know.
getting replaced by robots. I seen a joint
Yeah,
today where NYPD had a robot dog.
yeah, serious.
Like it's
And
like, we at RoboCop era right now.
yeah, it's serious. Times has changed. Um, Everything is changing. So when they say the only thing that don't change is fools. So when times is changing, we would be fools if we don't change with the times. So it's just a time for us to change, man. It's
Right.
that time. You know, that's what this pandemic and all of that was about. You know, it made everybody sit in the house and have to deal and play cards with your family
Mm-hmm.
and have to deal with each other. And it's brought back a lot of love in the family. You know, I went into the Target, you understand, to buy a board game, and all of the board games and things was, so all the Sorry was gone, all the Monopoly.
Wow.
I'm like, damn. All the only thing they had was a couple of Uno sets. I was like, I'm not trying to play Uno, flip, pass, collect four, all of that, man. Come on. And that just let me
That's
know
it.
that a
And
lot of
then
people,
Uno started a fight in the house.
yeah, that's all bad.
Pick
Cause you
up
be like,
four.
so y'all
Pick
double
up
teaming me?
four. Pick up
Huh?
four.
Yeah, y'all trying to double team me? Is she gonna reverse hit for? Oh man, now y'all just trying to just kill me, huh? Uno, you be like, I don't want to play, man. It seems like everybody against me. You
Boom.
know,
Four.
that was the only game they had in Target. But the point was, everybody's at home with their family. So
Right.
you know, that's a good thing, man. Especially when you got family to go home to.
Right. 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 That's what's up. All right, my nigga.
Especially when you got.
I'm gonna let you get back to work, but I'm gonna pull up on you and Rob in a minute and shit.
All right, we right here. I'm gonna tell him. You know, the whole, you know, the whole smoke world, the whole smoke universe, your
Right.
whole platform, man. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the fans, all the love, all the support. You know, man, and just look for everything for the changes. We're gonna be posting those changes so everybody can see exactly what it does, what that change is about.
Right. All right, that's what it is, man. And
All
I'll
right,
speak to you off record. All right.
say that again.
I
Yes,
said
sir.
I'll
Yes,
speak to you
sir.
off the record.
I bet.
All right, I'll let you in a minute.
All right, yo.
One.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Curry, man. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna put the link for the Black Rob's GoFundMe in the description in this on this video. And then I'll also put it on my Instagram, and then I'll tweet it out. So, and I'll put it on the Patreon too for those that want to support, even if it just got $1. If you ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying, just at the real Black Rob, just send them a prayer, send them, you know, some prayer hands, You don't have to, if you ain't got no money, we know it's rough out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to give money, man. It's about prayers, love, support. And hit Mark Curry right here at Mark Curry. You know what I'm saying? And you know, on his Instagram, he got the link and everything too. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I want to give a shout out to Puff. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because a lot of people get on Puff and for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give Puff the benefit of the doubt because he didn't have to, but he did reach out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say what he did for Rob, but he did give Rob help, and you just heard from Mark Curry, he did give out. So I know I went on my Instagram and I said, yo, Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Or love or whatever you want to call yourself, where's the love? And he showed the love. Love is love. It don't matter if it's $1 billion in love or it's a prayer in love. Love is love. So give the nigga Puff. I'm not saying he deserves a pat in the back, but I'm saying he didn't turn his back on Rob. He gave him some assistance, and he's here moving forward, letting Rob know, yo, I'm here if you need me. So the same way we could criticize Puff when we feel he wrong is the same way we gonna give him love when he right. You know what I'm saying? When he do right. You know what I'm saying? Same way with the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I put the word out that, you know, with his seed, he reached out to his seed. You see his seed ain't out there, you know, with that no more or whatever. And, you know, sometimes I say stuff and people may not like it, but sometimes I say stuff and I get results from it. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the situations where we got results from it. You know, yo, Puff, this nigga's looking bad, you know, and he reached out. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with old boy and his seed. You know what I'm saying? I went and I said what I said. Dude reached out, made it right. You know what I'm saying? So in certain situations, y'all might look at me as, yo, nigga Cho be talking too much or he's a troublemaker. People come to me to say what other people are scared of, or people come to me because they can't get a platform because people are scared of these other people. You know what I'm saying? My fearlessness or courageousness or craziness or whatever y'all want to call it, I just can relate to a lot of these people. And I'm not scared of King Kong if fucking King Kong's son came to me and said, yo, Joe, man, my daddy's shitting. I'm going to holler at King Kong. Is the nigga going to slap me around, stomp me out, whatever, so be it. But he going to know that his kid need help. You know what I'm saying? And if my platform can get to the ears to make people have an awareness of what's going on, then I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Am I worried? No, I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? Truth is truth. And like I said, look what happens. Sometimes you get results from it. You know, sometimes these niggas are so rich that they don't hear certain people. But my goddamn soapbox is high as the motherfucking Empire State Building. I get on my soapbox and they gonna hear me, goddamn it. So shout out to Puff. You know what I'm saying? You are appreciated. You know what I'm saying? You did show that you got some heart, you know, and that you got love for BR. So shout out to Mark Curry, shout out to Black Rob. You know, you're in prayers. You're getting the help that you need. Now we're gonna get you set up in the crib, with a vehicle and get you in back and forth to dialysis, brother. You know what I mean? But y'all young niggas, pay attention. Keep your dick in your pants or keep it wrapped up if you're not ready to have the responsibility of raising a child, because the courts don't play fair. All right? The courts do not play fair. So with that being said, man, I'm going to put the joint in the description, the GoFundMe for Black Rob. Shout out to homeboy that started it. I can't think of your name right now. I'm having a brain fart. But that was an honorable thing for you to do. And shout out to everybody that, gave a donation as small as 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? And then those who gave the donation as big as whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love. We hold each other down, and that's how it's supposed to be, man. So y'all hit up Mark Curry at MarkKCurry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit Black Rob up at The Real Black Rob on Instagram. Show your love and support. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could just be prayer hands. It ain't got to be no money. You know what I'm saying? Mike Zombie. Yeah, shout out to Mike Zombie. Good looking, Rich Dizzy. Yeah, like I said, it don't have to be money. Prayers work. You know what I'm saying? So we want to see Rob, get his kidneys back healthy, even if he get a kidney transplant or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? But, as y'all can see, like I said, I ain't going to talk about everybody that was on the phone or whatever, but we all came together. Niggas pull resources. Shout out to Kirsten Joy, on the political side, shout out to Big Phil, shout out to Big Gene, shout out to everybody that reached out, you know what I'm saying? So Choke No Joke, you already know what it is, man. Truth be told, all day, every day. We putting a little hip hop union together. Shout out to dudes like Ice Cube, that can sit down and put contracts together and proposals to try to make things better for us. All right. We stick together, y'all. Choke No Joke, man. You know what it is. You know what it is. And y'all do remember now, learn from mistakes. Memorial Day weekend. We about a month out for me to drop the classic. You know what I mean?
Stay
Catch y'all tomorrow, man. Same back time, same back
Don't
time.
follow those habits. The niggas that be on the gram, tell Bobo what they doing. Choke No Joke. You know what it is. Yo, y'all niggas wanna stay DL. Down low. Stop flossing, man. You just want them to just come and get you. Learn from our mistakes, man. That's what this is about. Learn from mistakes. Choke No Joke. Let's go. You already know. Make it low. Let's go. My aim was enlightened. Drop jewels on you. You thinking I'm jealous? I ain't got cheddar like you. I'm the dude to a game. You got school. I was a local cat.